First and foremost, a huge thanks and shout out to Purcell Auto Sales in Camby, Indiana for allowing me to take time with their GMC Sierra and let me film it. They always seem to have the best selection of cool older stuff. Be sure to check out the Cars from Purcell Auto Sales playlist in my channel to see everything I filmed there. Anyways, this channel, while I love reviewing new cars, my channel has always had the non-official distinction of filming older cars like they are brand new. I use this format to digitally preserve cars of the past for people of future generations to enjoy later on. This is something that never existed back in the day, and today I have the opportunity to do just that. This truck is the prime example of what I'm talking about. Originally introduced in 1988, the GMT 400 replaced the outgoing rounded line CK pickups. The new trucks became known from enthusiasts as the OBS or old body style, and these trucks ran from 1988 to 2002 when the new GMT 800 series arrived. Produced for nearly 14 years, the OBSs were manufactured all over, with our 1991 model being produced in August of 1990 at the Fort Wayne Assembly Plant in Roanoke, Indiana. GMC stated in its 1991 brochure that the Sierra is everything you want in a full-size pickup and a whole lot more. They asked, "What's so different about the 1991 Sierra?" Guess what? They answered, "It's a GMC truck's unwavering dedication to excellence," which means number one in quality and customer satisfaction in Sierra, a truck that is world-class in so many ways. Hey everyone, first off, a huge thanks and shout out to Purcell Auto Sales in Camby, Indiana. They're allowing me to take this GMC for a couple hours and film and review it, and boy is it a treat. Now it's a little rough around the edges, but it's a 1991 GMC Sierra. I thought it would be really fun to review and kind of like digitally preserve this vehicle for years to come. That is the goal of this channel. I like to review new vehicles, but I also like to review vehicles like this, very obscure, things that should never have survived but did, and that's what we're taking a look at today. Now what we have here is a 1991 GMC Sierra. It is a single cab, regular cab. It is the SLE trim. It is two-wheel drive, and it has the sport side bed and the ST trim package. Now the ST was a special edition trim, and I kind of stated that in the intro, but taking a look at it, really cool. Single cab, short box, has the step side bed with genuine steps here, and yeah, it's just a really cool vehicle. It is painted in the dark crimson pearl, and it has the Quicksilver lower treatments. Inside is gray cloth, and it does have the gray cloth bucket seats. If I could find it, I will put full pricing on the screen and possibly the options list, but it does not have the window sticker, so I'm not really sure how I'll go about doing that. But today's review is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to cover everything from the exterior to the interior, power and performance, fuel economy, and everything else in between. Just an overall really cool truck. I have an old flare side F-150 on the channel, and now I have a sport side GMC Sierra. While the K-Series trucks were four-wheel drives, our C-Series, hence the CK monikers, is rear-wheel drive, with power coming from the famed workhorse engine that is the GM small block 350 cubic inch 5.7 liter overhead valve V8 engine. This engine is a pushrod engine of cast iron block and aluminum head construction, with electronic fuel injection, heavy-duty intake valves, electronic spark control, and powdered metal cam sprockets, all new for 1991. And it has a 9.3:1 compression ratio. This engine in its current application creates 210 horsepower at 4,000 RPM and 300 pound-feet of torque at 2,800 RPM. Even for sedans at the time, the GMC Sierra had a surprising 0 to 60 mph time in around 9.5 seconds, which was fast for a truck. More importantly, the truck features a 5,600 pound gross vehicle weight rating and a curb weight of 4,562 pounds with a maximum payload capacity of 1,878 pounds and a maximum towing capacity of 7,500 pounds. With the L05 5.7 liter V8 and the Z82 trailering special package, which includes the 7-pin wiring harness, transmission oil cooler, heavy-duty front and rear shock absorbers, and the engine oil cooler, of which this truck is all equipped. This truck is equipped with a 25 US gallon fuel capacity, and it consumes 6.2 gallons per 100 miles driven, with an estimated total driving range of 375 miles, although I think that estimate is somewhat high. EPA fuel economy figures are 14 miles per gallon in the city, 18 miles per gallon on the highway, and a combined average of 15 miles per gallon. While a manual transmission was standard as either a 4-speed manual or a 5-speed manual with overdrive, our truck was equipped with the $890 optional 4-speed turbo-hydromatic 4L60 automatic with overdrive. Now, just like in my other videos, I'm going to cover the rear view in more depth, but here is just a quick look at the rear. It does have the Sierra ST badging there. It does have the Quicksilver bumper, that red stripe. Now, I think it's been repainted over the years, and these are aftermarket. I don't think these came with the truck when new. Alrighty, around the rear in detail, got the hazard lights on, tail lights on, all that kind of stuff. Nothing really spectacular back here. Does have just all red incandescent tail lights, stop lights, turn indicators. You got white reverse lights. Back here you do have accessibility steps for the entry into the bed. Of course, the really cool step side or flare side bed treatment looks really, really cool. The bumper is a steel bumper. You do have a trailer tow package here. You have your license plate lighting there. I think you could tow 4,000 pounds on the bumper, probably more on the actual hitch itself. Of course, you also have the Sierra ST badging there, and just the tailgate handle there. No locking tailgate back here. All right, as we walk along the profile of the vehicle, I am going to put the exterior dimensions on screen. It is a lot smaller than the Sierras of today. And this lot is a little full, so it's hard to get the entire thing in view. But here is the entire profile here. Part of the ST package are those aluminum wheels. You've also got the gloss black mirrors. And the front mounted, the fascia up front is a lot more flush than the standard trucks are. Steering is hydraulic power assisted variable ratio recirculating ball with 3 turns lock to lock and a 12.7 to 1 steering ratio with the 43-foot turning circle. Wheels are specific to the ST trim and are the silver painted 15 by 7 inch aluminum wheels with black inserts and are shot in 235 75 R15 Goodyear Wrangler radial tires. Brakes are hydraulic vacuum-assisted front disc rear drums with rear ABS. There is no traction control or any other forms of assist. Now up front, just looks like a GMC. Pretty modern. Kind of looks like one of the vans too, like the Astro or the Safari. But I like the body color grille and everything like that. Alrighty, up front in detail, just taking a look at the illumination on it. It does have composite headlamps. You can change the bulbs on these ones. As stated before, all the framing is body color as part of the ST package. Normally it would either be black or chrome. Your high beams are in this segment here, turn indicators here of course, and your marker lights. Down below you do have fog lights, but the right hand side is broken. Just as a back, the front bumper is also metal. Of course, you have the GMC badge prominently displayed front and center, and there's your fog lamp down there. All right, now before we get inside, let's take a look at the keys. This is all you got as far as keys were concerned. GM's typical single-bladed keys back then with the oval head and the square head. The oval head is your door locks. The square head is your ignition. And unlocking the vehicle, that does have power locks, but there's no remote transmitter or anything like that. So to lock the vehicle, you're going to turn the key towards the back. And to unlock the vehicle, you turn it to the front. And let's take a look inside. Now inside has been absolutely pristinely preserved. Everything is still in really nice shape. All the plastics, all the cloth, everything is really, really nice. It's only got, what, 84,000 miles on it, so overall this truck has really, the exterior has probably seen a little bit more wear than the interior, to be sure. Taking a look at the door panels, you have three different types of cloth actually. You have this lighter gray up here. You've got pinstriping all across the horizontal side of it, and then you got these vertical stripes sewn into it. And then it goes into this more of a velour style cloth into the door panels. It is a contrasting gray and plastic here. This vehicle is an SLE, so it does have the power windows, power door locks, chrome door pulls, padded armrest here in a vinyl, and then down here you have more of the floor carpet style in that silvery gray. And then you have a nice large deep mat pocket there. All right, taking a look at the instrument panel. This is your headlamp control, so you have a separate control for parking lights, then headlamps off, instrument panel brightness and dim. Not really 100% sure what this does. I think this is your dome override or cargo light. It's your cargo light switch. Down here is your parking brake release. This is your fuse access, just like that. This is your hood release here, parking brake. Now this vehicle only has the automatic transmission, so just the gas and brake pedal. On the steering column, you have your tilt wheel and your multi-function controller. The seats are bucket seats. They are fore and aft adjust. They do not have backrest adjust, but you can tilt the seats forward. And there is additional storage back here as well. Behind the passenger seat is your jack and tools. And just taking a look at the seats are actually comfortable. It's the first time I've sat in one of these in, oh my, the better part of almost 30 years. And they're still as comfortable as I thought, although they are missing head restraints. I'm not really sure why GM never put those in, but that would never be allowed today. Overhead, you do have an overhead dome light. You've also got overhead reading lights back here. You also have sliding window back here as well, which is a very nice feature to have. You have a full center console with cup holders, a storage tray, locking console, and your oval key also locks those as well. Additional storage in here. Overall, just really, really nice. I really like the interiors of these. Alrighty, now that we're inside, we're going to pan through the interior. We're going to show more details. This is probably my favorite steering wheel of all of GM trucks. I love this 4-spoke design, the small circular horn pad, no airbags in here. You got a red ring around it and the GMC logo, and of course your horn doesn't work. That's sad. Anyway, it is vinyl, but it does look to be leather wrapped because it has this stitching, and they even went to the great lengths to put the seam in there. But it is actually not leather wrapped. It is all vinyl. It's a one-piece vinyl steering wheel. Now over here, I said we have a multi-function controller. So we have our turn signal indicators. You've also got your high beams, flash to pass, and your wiper washer controls here, and your cruise control. This switch here, it's not labeled anymore because it's since worn off, but you have off, on, and you have your set button on the side here. That's your set. And this is resume accelerate, just by pressing that in, and then off. Tilt wheel lever, and of course your automatic transmission lever. Taking a look at the gauges, we have several different gauge options that were included with the vehicle. This one is just the basic cluster for the gasoline engines. And I'll throw a quick pictogram of all the optional clusters. But here we have temperature, we have oil pressure, 85 mile/hour speedometer, we have our fuel level here, and our battery voltage. This vehicle currently at the time of this recording has 84,202.1 miles. And of course, it wasn't always the case in the 90s. We have a trip odometer. Another nice feature is these nice large air vents. You got one here on the right or the left-hand side for the driver. And then we have some more over here in the middle for the driver and the passenger. And then the passenger has their own air vent over there as well. Now this vehicle does have the AM/FM audio system, and it also has the cassette player, and it does have the 5-band graphic equalizer, chromium, Dolby Digital, all that kind of stuff, auto reverse, everything like that. Even Motor Week pointed out, what a weird position for this. No way they could have integrated it down here, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, it's over here, and the graphic equalizer activates with the tape player, I believe. But we have our radio control here, so we have 6-band or 6-channel programming, AM/FM. You could do AM stereo, you could tune, set your volume up and down, all that kind of stuff. Seek, scan, fade, and balance. Down here we have our climate control. It looks to be an automatic climate control, but it's just single. It's just a manual control here. You can set your temperature by pressing this slider button here. You can also set your various levels of blend, which is really nice. 5 different positions of level, and then of course you can do different styles of panel distribution, all that kind of stuff. And then of course you have your AC and your fan speed control here. And actually the AC works in this truck, which is really nice. And that's your power switch. Here is your fog lamp control, and nothing here. Down here, ashtray and cigar lighter. The rest of it, nothing. And then you have a nice large glove box. Opens up to reveal some cup holders, your owner's manual, and that kind of stuff. Overhead, we have a manually dimming rearview mirror, and we have large padded sun visors with no mirrors, and they do swing out, but they do not slide out. You've also got a coat hook and non-height adjustable seat belts, and in the B pillar you have speakers, which is really nice. Let's take a look at the bed now. Opening the tailgate is very easy. There's no tailgate assist or anything like that. It's just a heavy tailgate door. It does have these latches here that help hold it in place, and you can also remove the tailgate as well. And it does have this screw-in mat here that does help preserve the bed floor. As you can see, it's in really nice shape. And because of the sport side beds, you don't have any wheelhouse intrusion, but it is a much narrower box. And if I can find it, I'll put all the bed dimensions on the screen. But as you can see, it just comes in a small box. And that's about it. There's really not much to it. To close the tailgate, you have to actually lift up on the tailgate and then the handle itself to release the latches and then close it. Alrighty, and there you have it, the 1991 GMC Sierra SLE ST. We hope you found the review informative, and if you did, please comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/neighborhoodcarreviews and our Instagram channel at BrensoJ1. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.